Good morning, my friend. Dean here, of course. Welcome to today's episode of The Drive.
The Drive.
What is happening? How you doing, my friend? I hope you're well. I hope your week is going good. It is, it's Wednesday. Ooh, midweek. Oh my gosh. That weekend is coming up fast. That weekend is coming fast. You know, last night, a friend of mine rang me, a very good friend of mine. We haven't spoken a lot recently for, the last, six to 8 months. Heck, maybe even over the last year we haven't spoken as much as we normally would. But a couple of years ago, he started a tech company. He's got 2 other partners, so there's 3 of the guys that run this tech company. And we were talking last night and, having a real good catch up. He's coming to my wedding on Saturday. And, we was talking about life and business and, the hardships he's gone through. And I was talking about, we made a lot of changes over the last sort of 18 months here at Internet Profits. And, it's certainly not all been plain sailing. There's been a lot of challenges, a lot of new challenges, a lot of new, I guess you could say struggles, a lot of new experiences, a lot of new things that we've been going through and discovering, and new challenges that I've probably not faced before. And I think a lot of that comes down to, we changed a lot of, all of our products, changed how we were marketing those products, changed the positioning of those products, and that meant essentially turning in a slightly different direction. And it's a great long-term decision, don't get me wrong, but in the short term, when you make such dramatic changes, it can be like a shock to the system. And we've had to, encounter and endure a lot of things. And I was explaining all of this to my friend, and he said, you know what, we've gone through a lot of this ourselves over the last sort of 6 months. He said, right, even particularly right now, we are going through struggles and various things. Not struggles is the wrong word. Challenges is probably a better word. They're growing all their staff, they're growing their infrastructure, they're making a lot of changes. They're making changes in who they market their solutions to. And, it was really kind of refreshing to hear, in a way, and I don't mean this horribly, but it was refreshing to hear that you're not alone when you're going through these struggles, and often we forget this, don't we? Often we feel like, am I the only one going through this? Does anyone understand me? Like, who do I have to talk to? Nobody's going to understand the challenges I'm facing. Nobody's going to understand, I've got no one to talk to, and that's how you feel inside, because A, you don't want to burden, you could talk to your family and think, well, this is how I feel. Like, yeah, I could talk to my family, they're there for me, but at the same time, you don't want to worry or burden them. And you think, well, nobody else really understands as well, is the real thing. People are there to support you and listen, but nobody really truly understands, because, people don't understand your challenges or the things you're going through unless they've lived them themselves. And this is why, I always talk heavily, and you probably hear this, all the time from everyone, is that, you really should have mentors, people that have already done what you want to do, because they do understand. And what I'm kind of getting at, I guess, is that, often we can feel alone. And if I look back over the last 14 years since I first came into this industry, I remember, when I first came into it, it was all very exciting, very new, everything was positive. And over time, as I kept trying and failing, the positivity turned negative and started getting a bit sour and started getting a bit real down, and I ended up in a real hellhole of debt and in a mess. And I remember feeling alone then as well. Am I the only one struggling like this? Am I the only one going through these things? Am I the only one that can't figure this out? All these different challenges that I would face. And incidentally, 10 years on, 14 years on, I still have those same feelings. And so it tells me that, A, you never are the only one. And talking to my friend last night, it really just highlights that, we all, no matter where you're at or how seemingly great everything is from the outside, my friend I was talking to yesterday, one of their struggles is they've grown so damn fast. You know, they did year one of their company, and I'm not going to name who, so I'm sure this is okay to say. But year one in their company, I think they did something like 1.7 million. Year two, closer to 5. So when any company goes through that kind of growth, it's going to be stressful. It's going to be challenging. And so they've been facing challenges and will continue to do so. And you know, if you're going through challenges and you feel a bit alone and you feel, are you the only one going through this? I assure you, you're not. I assure you, there's people that understand. I assure you, there's people that can relate. And I assure you, there's people that have already been there that can help you and steer you. And so, if you're going through things alone, that would be my first bit of advice: is stop trying to go through it alone. Stop trying to figure this stuff out on your own, because even though I don't doubt that you could, wouldn't it be better to remove that stress, that pressure, that worry, all that feeling, and get there much faster? You know, I remember when I was first looking at joining Russell Brunson's mastermind, Inner Circle, and at the time it was $25,000, much more than that now, but at the time it was $25,000. And after I messaged Russell to see about it, I was scared to invest the money, and so I kind of walked away for weeks, and nothing changed. In fact, I probably got more lost, more confused, more frustrated in my business. The moment I'd invested in that and did that, it lifted, and I was like, and I started getting better results. So anyways, hopefully that helps. Hopefully that plants a few seeds of thought in your mind, and how you can overcome challenges, and to know that you're not alone, and how you can fix that. So anyway, have a great day, my friend. I will, of course, be back tomorrow, one day closer to the wedding of the year, or the wedding of a lifetime for me. So I will, of course, see you tomorrow in another episode of The Drive. Until then, take care. Bye-bye for now.